Hey, Gabby. Trying to put the. There we go. Just trying to put that in there. I was late. I looked and I had 5 minutes, so I went in there and fed the cat and a couple things like that. And by the time I got back in here, I was 5 minutes late. Couldn't be on time if I life depended on it. How you doing today? Hey, Gabby, you want to read? You want to get read today? You want to reading? Natasha's coming. I've been practicing her because she's the only one that's been showing up that had cards. She's doing good, man. Her she's spot on. Did you ask your doctor about it? Hey, Charlie. Did I not put her up there? Oh. I'm sorry, Natasha. I mashed the wrong button.
That's
look at you.
Hello.
Wow, you look wonderful today.
Oh, thank you. How are you, my lovely?
I'm okay, I reckon. I was telling Gabby I'd be late for my own funeral. I had 5 minutes and I went and fed the cat, come back, was 5 minutes late.
Oh, bless. Hi, Gabby.
I think Gabby's going to let you read her today if you're up for it.
Oh, she's brave. She's brave. Sure, I will start giving them a shuffle then. I've just been meditating.
Gab, you want to come up on panel? You see that? There's that link. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Gabby. They're wanting Gabby to come back to work, and no, she's on chemo, so I was telling her, I don't know, there's a lot of germs at work.
Yeah,
they want her to come back in the office.
When you're vulnerable like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to go in or not.
No.
Okay, I put it in there once. Here it comes again, Gabby. There's the link. You can come up. And if you don't want to turn your camera on, you don't have to. You can just you can turn it off and it'll put that little thing up there like mine's doing, like how the dog's up there. I'm going to turn mine on, but I usually try to keep it off because I look so old in these glasses. I can't find my good glasses, and I got my blue ones.
You look really funky. Really, really cool.
I opened the lavender soap today.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I feel very soft. I like it.
Do you like it?
Uh-huh.
Good.
And it smells just enough. It doesn't smell real strong.
That's right. Hi,
There's
Gabby.
my beautiful Gabby Gab.
Oh. It's lovely to meet you.
No hat. Nice to meet you. My
I
granddaughter
just
would
want
be
to tell
appalled.
I just
I've
want to
got
tell
one
all y'all,
card
if
out.
you have a Gabby, you should listen to her. If you have a Gabby in your life and she tells you something, you should listen. Because she called that
Right.
Seth thing before I even realized it was happening.
Yeah, that wasn't good at all.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Still ain't.
I'm still shuffling, and I've got 2 cards out. I'm just waiting for the 3rd now. So, okay. Oh, hi, Pizza. Lovely to see you.
Hey, Pizza. Thank you so much for coming, Pizza. That means a lot.
Yeah, it does
You too,
actually.
Charlie, and you too, Gabby.
Princess, my
We're
hat's
gonna
sitting over there.
Yep.
You want to
Natasha's
hand it
gonna
to me?
read Miss Gabrielle today.
I'm in
This
front of
is
everybody.
Gabrielle Dodge.
Right.
I don't. They're looking at my
Are
bald
we
head right
ready for the first card?
Ain't nobody looking at you like that, Miss Gabby.
I know.
remember when mine was like
Self-conscious.
that.
Self-conscious. Cover it up
Sometimes
so
I
I
want
don't
to just
blind
shave mine
nobody.
off so I don't have to deal with it again. I remember when I didn't have none, it was the easiest to take care of.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's comfortable.
Okay, well I'm gonna turn
That's
off and let
amazing.
y'all go at it if you're ready.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's up to y'all. Whenever y'all are ready, take your time. Ain't nobody in a hurry.
The first card I pulled is Temperance, and that's the right way up. So I've got to look it up now, because
Take your time.
yeah, I will.
You're fine.
I have to. I've got to change glasses now.
Oh,
Oh, I got one for computer screen and one for reading. So
no, you're fine. Now, are you in Ireland or are you in Scotland?
neither, my love. I'm actually in the south of England.
Oh, England. Okay.
Yeah, southern, right down the bottom in Cornwall.
Well, there's a couple of Natashas, so I wasn't sure who's who.
Oh, yes. I think he's got another Natasha that comes in here, and I think she's in Scotland. I believe that's what he told me.
Oh, y'all couldn't hear that. I had my thing off. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a while, and I don't have her email.
Yeah, I can't find Temperance. And isn't that one of the major arcana?
Yeah, it's your number 14.
No, I can't find it. Oh, yes, I can. I've got it. Right. What I do is, Gabby, I read out the literal meaning, what's in my instructions, and the divination, and then I tell you what I feel, what I see, what I feel.
Intuitively?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. So, Temperance, economy, moderation, frugality, management, accommodation. That's what that one means. And have you just moved house?
No.
No. Have you got any intentions of moving house?
No, not yet.
Because I do see a move for you. I do feel that you are going to move.
Move. No, nothing. We haven't moved. I moved here in 2016.
Yeah.
But we're going to have the windows fixed, but I don't think that would have to do with a move.
No, it's just what I'm feeling.
Hey, Natasha, I don't mean to interrupt you, but did you say you pulled that inverted?
No, right way up.
Could it be the with the hospital, with the chemo and stuff I'm going through now?
It could be the job. You know how they're wanting you to come back into the office.
Yeah, that could be too.
Yeah,
that might be the move.
Because I do feel a moving on. Now, obviously, when I feel that, I automatically think moving house, you know, leaving the area. But no, if we
Well, I work across town. See, I live in a Philly suburb,
right.
and my work is like 30 miles up the road.
Oh, quite
So
a
I
way
don't know
then.
if that's
Yeah.
it, because we've been out of the office for 2 years,
Oh, have you?
and they're just now wanting to bring us back.
Oh, right, furloughing from the
Right.
pandemic. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I do feel a change somewhere, a move somewhere. So if it's not a house move, then it's maybe to do with the job that you've got.
That might be.
That, you know, you might be moving on from that, or you might be moving up, or but there's definitely a shift. There's a
Well,
shift.
and there's something else I put in for a promotion with my work. And after you interview, you got 3 weeks before you can be notified within the 3 weeks. I haven't heard yet if I got it or not, but it was looking pretty positive. So maybe that promotion too.
That could very well be. It could be, yeah. Oh gosh, I
We'll
hope
see.
you do get it. I do hope you get it.
I do too. Well, I do, but I'm nervous, because it's a little bit of a change. But this is getting so easy. It's like second nature, and when things get so easy, it gets boring.
Yeah.
It's just so repeated.
Yeah. So maybe that's how you're feeling. Maybe I'm picking up that you're ready to move on now, even though you're obviously not well, but
Could
you
be.
are a bit fed up and you're wanting to move things along, move on in some
That could
aspect
be.
of your life. Yeah. Okay. Well, the next card I picked is the 9 of Pentacles. So I will now look up that for you and see what, because as he told me, they should actually, the card should back up what the last one was. So we'll see. 7, 9.
Now, most times, sometimes they won't, but the majority of the time they will.
Yeah. A woman with a bird upon her wrist stands amidst a great abundance of grapevines in the garden of a great house. Divinatory meaning: prudence, safety, success, accomplishment, certitude, and discernment. Well, those are quite positive words. So they could very well be backing up your
Could
job
be.
promotion. Yeah. Oh, I do hope so. I do. I really do hope so. Because the promotion you've put in for is quite high up, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why we're seeing the solitary lady with the bird on her wrist, and all the pentacles around her. They're just slightly below her. So that doesn't mean that you're better than anyone. It just means that your job position is a lot more.
Yeah, it's a government position, so.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I get that. Okay. And the last card, 7 of Cups. And I've actually pulled all 3 the right way up, which is unusual because normally I get a lot of reversed ones. So 7 of Swords. A man in the act of carrying away 5 swords rapidly. The 2 others of the card remain stuck in the ground. A camp close at hand. Divinatory meanings: design, attempt, wish, hope, confidence. Also quarreling, a plan that may tail annoyance.
No, Cat, not right now. be right back. Let this kid out.
How long have you been ill, Gabby, if you don't mind me asking?
I found out in November, the 16th of November.
Quite recent then. Yeah, not that long ago. Have you had a good prognosis?
So far I'm positive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel very positive as well. Very positive.
good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm raising my granddaughter, so can't
Oh,
afford to have anything really happen.
oh, how old is
She's
she?
6 years old.
Oh, she's a baby then.
Yeah, I've had her
Yeah.
since she was 11 months old.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Gosh. I do admire ladies like you because I mean it's hard enough bringing up your own children, but then when you've raised them and for whatever reason you have to bring up a younger sibling, a grandchild. I mean
yes.
it's hard work.
It
Hard
is.
work.
My patients aren't like they used to be, and I'm 54 years old. I don't move like I used to be, and
I
things, even the medical things for her have changed so much from when my kids were small.
yeah. Yeah.
So it is a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I get everything you're saying. I don't think I could do it. I really no, I haven't got any grandchildren yet because my children are all in their careers, but one day maybe. One day.
Well, out of four, she's the only one I ever see on a regular basis. So
Oh, did
You
they
hear
live
that,
quite
Charlie?
away
She's
from you?
wishing kids on you.
yeah, I have two sons, and one of them has two boys, and he's in Michigan, and I have the older one, who's this little girl belongs to. He has another daughter in Alabama.
Right.
So
Okay. Oh, so you have got distances between you, which I suppose is difficult at times, isn't it? Especially when
right,
everyone's working and doing their own thing.
yeah, and that's one thing with this job. It's 10 hours a day, so
Oh, it's a lot.
it hasn't been too bad working from home, but they want us to come back into the office now, so I'm gonna see if I can fix that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why you can't be allowed to work from home, because obviously with you being poorly,
Right.
your immune system is very low.
Yep. That's one of the I'm going on my fourth infusion for the chemo, and all my blood work has come back normal.
Brilliant.
So that's a positive thing.
Very much
So-
so.
That's because
Yeah.
we decided in the very beginning that Gabby was going to beat this thing
Yeah.
and that it didn't stand a chance against her little Spitfire self. Then we declared victory at the very beginning, did we not?
Yep, we did.
I
And
couldn't
that's what
agree
you
with
got
you
to do
more.
sometimes.
Yep.
It's funny because sometimes when I'm reading, I see a lot of things come firing in my mind. But with Gabby, tonight, it's just been two main things. And I think what the spirits are trying to say to me is they're the most important things. You will get that promotion and you will get better. You're going to be okay.
That's awesome.
And
That's awesome.
And I can just feel all this love radiating out of me towards you. So all I can say is that although I haven't told you a lot, there's so much positivity for you.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. What do you think, Yi? How do you feel about how I read the cards?
I think you're pretty on it. Pretty on it for Gabby.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
She's,
they haven't told me. Sorry,
you
go
both
ahead.
remind me of the Queen of Wands. I kind of pulled that card for both of y'all. Y'all are a lot alike. You're very fair, very stern, very put together, organization wise. And Gabby, she's done good keeping her positivity, way up there.
Too busy to do anything else.
The major part of that's the major part of the battle, I think. I mean, or it was for me when I went through it. You got to stay positive.
Oh, you
But
have, yeah.
but we seen Gabby beating this thing early on before she ever even started, with the infusions
Yeah.
and stuff. And
Yeah, I
she's
mean,
done really good. She doesn't get sick or anything like we do
No.
or like I do.
Mm-mm. I'm still eating and everything. My weight has stayed the same.
wow.
My blood work's coming back normal, so that's it's all positive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm going on my 4th infusion out of 6.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
2 more and I'll be done.
And then you'll be
Then the
done.
radiation.
Right. Okay.
That I don't know about yet, but
I've got a friend that's got cancer as well. She's got bowel cancer, and she's had all the chemotherapy and the radiotherapy. I mean, she did get affected in some areas. I won't go into
Right.
it here live, but she's had quite a bad time in some aspects.
yeah, my dad had I think he was treated for colon cancer, and they used radiation or prostate cancer he had, and they used the radiation, and he had some pretty bad effects from it. So you can
Yeah.
only hope for the best, Be
Yeah.
prepared for the worst, but hope for the best.
Right.
You've got such a positive aura around you. I mean, you really have. I just see all this bright light coming from you.
Good.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And I mean,
I'm too busy to be feeling sorry for myself, and only move forward.
well, no wonder if you've got a little 6-year-old running around. My gosh, that'll definitely keep you busy.
Definitely.
Thank you for letting me read your cards.
Oh, no
anyway.
problem. Thank you for doing it. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you any more, but that
You're
was all.
fine.
That was all that they wanted me to convey to you. So,
That's all you can do.
yeah.
So that's good.
Yes.
That's good. All good news.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'll let you know when I get my promotion. I got 1 more week to go.
Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. We'll have to have a congratulatory little party on here.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, we will.
Tea or coffee.
Absolutely. Gabby, what we've been doing is like a 1 to 10 rating. I mean, we know that you don't know how the reading's going to turn out yet, but like a 1 to 10 on how she done on, 1 being bad, 10 being, she was pretty close, if you want to
Well,
just.
I think she did great. I think it was a 10. I
Oh,
think she did a good job.
Oh, wow.
All righty.
Thank you.
Man,
Thank you so
she is
much.
kicking butt in this points thing.
Well, so far.
Look, trying to prove myself out again.
And I
just put up here.
I think
the corner till I find
the
page.
intuition has a lot to do with it.
Yes.
I'd rather rely on that than always the cards too.
Yeah. Yeah. So do I. I use them as a focal point, as a concentration point.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the cards that I pick out do have some meaning.
Right.
And it's then when I get the feelings, when I'm getting shown, that sometimes I find that they do match up sometimes with what the cards have said.
See, and that's awesome.
Yeah. But it's
Hello. Well, they got gone so I could say hello. They pop in and out. Okay. That's good. You're doing good, Natasha. I'm so proud of you. Because I remember a month or 2 ago, you was like, I don't know if cards are for me.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't. Yeah, I still don't, to be honest with you. But
well, I'm going to go back down in the chat.
Okay.
I'll leave this for y'all.
Bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Gabby.
Thank you.
You so much.
No problem.
That's awesome. That is just awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, that panicked me a little bit actually, because normally I get told or I get shown quite a lot of things, and it's up to me to try and piece them together so that I can explain them. Tonight,
well,
I wasn't being shown a lot.
And I don't mean to be putting like Gabby's I don't know, her I don't know how we would call it, her, I don't know what you would call it, but she's kind of a guarded person. And she kind of is a hard read unless you know her, unless you've talked to her some.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is fine, you know. I mean that, but you know you're gonna get all different kinds of people. You know, you're gonna get some people that are so guarded you can't hardly get anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, she's open enough to where you can get a read off of her. But
Yes.
some people are gonna be so closed out or so have a protection and stuff where you can't hardly feel nothing. You can't hardly, get any kind of direction. And that's when you really gotta rely on what your gut's telling you.
The thing is, I get Gabby in a way because she's got a very important and responsible job, and she has to stay mum about a lot of things. I mean, she only said government to me. You don't really need to read between the lines. Do you know what I mean? Whatever happens at her work stays at her work. And it's a lot for her to carry sometimes, I would imagine, you know? So being guarded is something she has to be. She has to. So I get that. I get that. And maybe that's why
we lost somebody. We lost Charlie, or Gabby won.
Oh.
They'll be back. Whoever it was. No, I'm not bald, but I'm going. I'm going. But back when I was doing my infusions and stuff, and I shaved my head, man, I loved it. It was so easy. And my head, I got one of them sweating heads. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh, you're coming up again? Okay.
There, that's better.
Okay, you're up.
I came up and it said I was backstage, and I'm like, they don't know I'm up. So I came back out and let you know.
Yeah, I have to put you back up there. I didn't know you was up, and I thought it just was showing out and hadn't took you down. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of ignored it. It was my fault.
Okay, well, if somebody else wants to come up for a reading or something, let me know, and I'll go back down.
Well, right now we don't have anybody.
No, not yet.
No, I don't know if I tried to load a video. Oh, it loaded. Gabby, you probably done seen it, but it's real short. It's only like 2 minutes. It's the video on the Fool, the little quick one.
Okay, I'm not sure. I'll have to go back in and look. Well, I'm a little bit behind on them.
Oh, well, this is way back. I hadn't made any new tarot videos. But I'm just going to play it right quick. Y'all can stay where you're at. It'll be fine. I'm going to play it right quick. Just for Tasha to be able to, like, have a visual on what we talked about yesterday. This is just that full card I went over yesterday, Natasha. Okay. I keep forgetting to put the N on there. I'm sorry. But
I'm listening.
It's quick. It's just like 2 minutes and something. 2 minutes, 40 seconds.
Okay.
So here we go.
Hey guys, and welcome to the video. It's the remake of The Fool. The Zero card, The Fool, also known as The Fool's Journey, or the Journey of Enlightenment. The Fool is also called The Seeker. Let's get started on The Fool's Journey. The Fool can be the first or the last major arcana card because he is unnumbered, or the number 0. Associated with the Fool is new beginnings, innocence, free spirit, and he's very spontaneous. If you should pull the Fool reversed or inverted, it means that the Seeker is holding back, careless, reckless, and taking unnecessary risk. The Fool card means an unexpected change of direction. New opportunities arrive, and it is a decision to break with the old and set out on what is new and forthcoming. The Fool represents unlimited potential on this journey of his. On his journey, he will learn self-discovery, spiritual and life lessons, and the karmic cause and effect of the universe. On this journey, trust and faith are learned alongside commitment and self-discipline. The Fool must take that first step in faith out into the unknown. He must commit to his personal journey while trusting the divine source, God, universe, to lead and guide him through the good and the bad that life has to offer. He must keep an open mind and an open heart. He must face his fears and rely on the guidance of the divine spirit, his spirit guides, ancestors, and most likely sometimes angels themselves. The divine source dwells within the universe that it created. All came from that divine source, and we return into it and build our souls within, through it, and by it. It is the power of the teaching, loving, caring parental guide that will inwardly accompany the Fool on the journey of self-discovery and growth. Also, if you'll notice, in most of the Fool cards, there is an animal. I take that to mean a familiar or a companion. I hope you've enjoyed this video.
All right, that was it.
That's really good.
Okay, Gabby, click that link again. I'll put you back up there. Yeah, I was wondering why she come down, and then maybe it kicked her off, and it did.
Oh. It's a good job you know what you're doing, Yi, because I haven't got a clue.
Well, that was just a little, like a quick wrap. There's another video on the video list on the channel that's longer than that on the Fool. That's just a little quick one. I tried to make it like an extended one, and I tried to make it like a quick guide. So if you just need to like pop over there and see one or two things, you know, like, but that was just a quick one. I thought I would just play it for you because it's so far down in the list, you have to really hunt for it to find it.
I haven't pulled the Fool yet. That actually hasn't come out. But it probably will next time now, I bet you.
Well, and then like each time we'll do like a card, and then we'll start reading. I should have done that first, give y'all time to chat and settle in, but I know Gabby, sometimes she don't stay the whole time because, you know, she got so much going on.
Yeah.
See, is it kicking you off, Gab? Because I put you right back up there. It's not showing her. It must be kicking her in and out.
Oh.
And we had storms here all night. It poured rain. I didn't get up until after 1 o'clock today. Gabby, she said, I give up.
Oh.
It keeps you in and out.
Oh,
now, Gabby, you don't have cards, do you? You don't read, do you, Gabby? I think she does.
No, but I think she's quite intuitive, though. Naturally, I do.
Oh, she is. She is. She picks up on stuff I don't even see.
Yeah.
But you know, they keep telling me that you don't pay attention enough. You don't notice enough. You know. They tell me that all the time.
Poor you, you're always getting told off for something.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start trying to pay better attention and more attention. I did come across, this is a little off the subject of tarot, but I come across a couple videos from the Galactic Federation yesterday.
Oh,
That blew
interesting.
my mind. There's one of them that says Jesus did. It's supposedly Yeshua talking,
Okay.
Jesus, and he said he
All
didn't
right.
even come down on the cross. That they pretty much made the New Testament up, and that
Mm.
you know. And I'm sitting there like in shock because thinking, oh my God, it's blasphemous for me to even listen to this, But
Wow.
then there's that little part of me that wonders because they did make a lot of stuff up. They've proven now that the four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John, were not written by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Oh.
Somebody that just used that name that they weren't even there at the crucifixion. It was written like 150 years after the crucifixion. And somehow they've proved that through carbon dating and stuff of the manuscripts that they have, I guess. And I know, Gabby, I don't know what's going on with that. We're not storming right now. Are you having any kind of rain or storms or anything right now? Because a lot of times that'll do it. When it's storming, it kicks me off all the time.
Our weather's been lovely today, so I know it's not over here.
And then the other one, I think they're like too long to play in here, but if y'all are interested, I'll send you the links in email. But the other one talks about bowing and how God never once throughout the whole Bible asked us to bow.
No.
And I got to thinking about it, and he doesn't. I don't remember. Now, he does say go to your secret place to pray. I do. I have to, or she has to refresh it. Charlie. Me or Gabby? I would think Gabby would need to refresh. Yeah, and I don't know where that echo come from. Somebody may have YouTube on in the background.
Not me. No.
Yeah, I know you. I went over and made sure mine was cut off, but it doesn't matter now. But we don't have an echo now. Oh, okay. Gabby, honey, Charlie said if you'll refresh your page, it might not do that anymore. And sometimes I have to do that. Sometimes I have to leave out. And that's why I tell you, I'll just stay still. I'll be right back. Because now, see, you couldn't do that in Restream. It would end the whole live. That's why I like StreamYard a lot better, even though I have to pay for it. They have a free StreamYard, but the way I go overtime and stuff, I can't do the free one because I run out in like 2 days. It says you have 20 hours, but really you don't have 20 hours. You only have about 10. And then it starts telling you that you're out of streaming time.
Is that a month?
But I like, a month.
It's not a lot, is it really?
So after like 3 live streams, I'm out of time. Because usually they go a little over 2 hours each or something, sometimes 3 hours, and then I'll be out of time. But I like the StreamYard a lot better than any of the rest of it. And I can do things on here that I can't do on YouTube because I don't have YouTube streaming yet. You gotta have 1,000 subscribers to stream on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about channels because I haven't got one, and so
well,
I just
might have one day in the near future.
Maybe.
When you decide what you want to do.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think I've got to sort of find out exactly where I'm supposed to be, and it's good because every Monday, as you know, Charlie and I go to the spiritual circle, so that helps enhance our gifts, and we're obviously not taught because you can't teach people. You've either got something or you haven't, but it helps bring everything out in you, and it's doing wonders for Charlie with his healing. He's now being guided a little bit more on his techniques and what to do and what not to do. And you've learned quite a lot, haven't you, Charlie, so far?
Yeah, when you talk about that, I wish we had something like that around here, but yeah, I'm in the Bible Belt. We don't have nothing like that.
Ah, you're right. Oh, that's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could start a circle, yeah. You could do it. Like, it's how, I don't know how your neighborhood would take it. If you're in the Bible Belt, it probably may not be a good idea.
Yeah, they might lynch me.
Oh, God.
This is definitely like the country and people that, you know, don't want to see nobody else. I think all the people that are antisocial moved out here, you know. I mean, they're pretty friendly, but, you know, they all in your business if you do something that's not, you know, 100-year standard here.
I couldn't be doing with that. I mean, I'm very private anyway, and we keep ourselves to ourselves. We're very quiet people. We've got our friends, we've got our work, and we've got our circle Charlie and I go to. But other than that, we're quite a close guarded family.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way everybody is out here, kind of. Okay, Gabby, just let me, it'll pop up when you're in the basement after you refresh. Well, I was kind of hoping some people would come in for us to read, but I may end up reading one of y'all again. Or we might just chat if y'all want to. I mean, it don't matter to me. I just was making it on two different days so people could come, you know, because some people said, well, I can't make Tuesday, you know. So I was just kind of trying to accommodate, you know, everybody by doing the 2 days.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I think we'll have, I remember Radna from last night who came in, and I forgot the other lady's name, but they're coming back.
Yeah,
Pardon?
Kelly something.
Yes.
Kelly something.
Yeah.
I wrote it down. Well, I wrote it down because I wrote it down on your point system thing.
I think once this is going regularly, I think that way, people will start to think, oh, you know, it's Tuesday or it's Thursday, we'll pop into tarot.
Yeah, me not. You know, when people wasn't coming, I just kind of quit doing it for a while because nobody was coming, and I was using up my hours to just sit there by myself, you know. But I did pay for it this month and last month. Actually, Jamie paid for it last month, and because she's like, I can't stand you being on rest stream. She's like, I can't take it. She said, I'm gonna send you the money. You go get StreamYard back. So I did, and then what? Harris? Me? Yeah, it's Harris. What are we talking about now? I don't know what we're talking about. No, I'm the Harris. She was, let me look on your mama's paper. I wrote it down. Hang on one second, Gab. Kelly C. Webb. Kelly Webb.
Ah, Kelly, there's definitely, yes. Yeah.
Well, she ain't in. Well, when I got there, she wasn't there. And now St. Charlie ain't in here.
Oh.
Okay, there's Gabby back. It must be kicking.
Yeah, it keeps kicking me out.
Oh.
Okay, there you are.
Yeah.
Now we're all up here with our little avatars on.
Well, I was trying to put a different avatar on too, and I haven't got that figured out yet.
Yeah, I didn't know how to tell Natasha to do it because my panel thing is different than y'all's. It's just not showing.
Well, if I touch anything, it's going to kick me out again.
Well, that's fine. You don't have to have an avatar. It's got
You know
your
where
name up there.
Yeah, I see. I was able to get that figured out, but when I went to put the picture up, it goes to where it wants you to resize the picture, but there's nothing to upload it.
Oh,
Weird.
Yeah,
It
it
should have
asks
like a
me
crop,
to
and then it should
resize
start
it. And,
uploading. Well, after you crop it, it should just upload.
no, it didn't. It just left me sitting there. Maybe it's what's going on with it, though, why I keep getting kicked out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still here. I'm just being naughty.
You're fine. I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah, I got another 10 minutes. I'm still sitting. I'm teleworking now.
Oh, Lord. I thought you was off at 4:30.
No, 4:30 your time, 5:30 my time.
Oh. Oh.
But I got everything
Yeah.
done. I mean,
I get so confused with that time, man. I mean,
yeah.
this is, you think I would have the Eastern time down pat, because I used to, before I moved out here, I was in it, and Mikey and them was still out here, so I was having to keep up with that hour. After I moved out here, I couldn't remember if we was ahead or behind or.
Yeah. East Coast is ahead, the West Coast is behind.
Right. And then I'm behind Natasha and Charlie 5 hours.
Oh, don't even get me started with that, because I don't know anything about overseas.
Actually,
I
we're
know if
6
I go
hours
between 2 and 4, I'm okay. After 4, it's like midnight there, or almost midnight there.
Yeah, it's 10 at the moment.
At night?
20 past. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the other day when we finished reading, it was like 12 o'clock at night there. And Charlie had me confused because he was telling me it was 12 o'clock, and really it was 1 o'clock there. He just was behind. And I'm trying to figure out that extra hour, and it wasn't working out. And I'm like, Charlie, I think that it's 1 o'clock there. And he's like, you're right, it is. He was at work. He delivers stuff, so he was popping on and off during his deliveries.
Hey, you want to tell Gabby about what happened between the 2 dogs last night?
Oh, it was so funny. Pablo, he's living up to his name. There's a Great Dane out. Yeah, there's a Great Dane that's been coming around because Lucy's been in heat.
Right.
And he goes crazy, like he's gonna go through the window and beat it up or something.
Oh,
so he's
wow.
over there going crazy, and Charlie's dog and Natasha's dog, they start singing. They start howling with them.
Oh,
It was so funny, right in the middle of reading.
Yeah, it was hilarious. It really was funny. Pablo started Milo off. Milo was standing on my bed behind me, howling. And it was so funny. It was sweet as well.
It was really funny.
See, they're talking too.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And today I don't have to apologize for barking. I have to apologize for squeaking. Let me see it for a minute. I want to show them. Oh, I have to turn the camera on to show you. He got his own Mountain Dew bottle.
Oh, how cute.
Because he won't leave, he kept trying to get mine.
Right.
Oh, Mommy, sorry. I throwed it down in there.
Sorry. I often laugh through your videos. I'm watching them, and then all of a sudden you'll hear squeak, squeak, squeak in the middle of a video.
Yeah.
It's quite funny.
Or he starts barking.
Oh, yeah,
and I always tell the spirits, I'll be like, Pablo said hello, and they'll be like, that beast.
Yeah, because he can see
That's
them.
funny.
Well, you know how they used to say stuff about cats all the time. One of the reasons,
Yeah.
stop now. One of the reasons I thought they were subterranean was because they would say cat hide, and they kept hiding from the cats. And couldn't figure that out. Well, I was watching another video I can send y'all. It's a really good one too. It talks about the reptilian and Pleiadian bloodline and the cosmic war that most people don't really know about that's going on between the reptiles and the Pleiadians. You know, the reptiles are supposed to be, you know, the bad one. Calm down. They're supposed to be the bad ones. Now, and the minute that we end this stream, he'll take a nap.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always shows out and tries to play and stuff during when I'm on doing something. He can't stand for me to take my attention off him. He's spoiled. Right.
He's trying to get your attention. He's trying to get your attention.
Yeah. And he has it 24 hours a day. I mean, but it's about the reptilian bloodline and all that back before the flood and everything. Yes, Charlie, I can.
Now, with that being said, I seen there was one where you said they ate cats.
Yeah, they claim they ate my cat.
Oh.
My cat went missing. They said they was going to eat my cat. My cat went missing that very same day, and I haven't seen it since.
Oh,
and
wow.
they swear up and down that they ate it. They keep telling me they ate it. Now, I don't think they really did. I think it, you know, it was a male, and it got about 6 months old, and I think it just went somewhere else. That's what I'm hoping.
Being a Tom, yeah, he might come back months down the road.
Yeah. But but they did. They had me all tore up. I cried for a week. Telling me they ate my cat.
I remember you telling me that, and I still think about that, and it still upsets me. So I can only imagine what it's done to you.
Right. That's
horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
And then they said something about it. Every time I would go on there, they'd say, "Where's the cat, Keila? Where's your cat?" And
taunting you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they said that one night, and I come home, and my other kitten, its sister, was dead right out in front of the house. Which is weird because we hardly have any traffic at all, much less going fast enough to run something over.
Right.
Oh, good, Pizza. We're glad that you're still here. We thought we lost you because we were just like, I don't know.
Where are you going?
My blood gets taken apart, but I don't know.
No.
Can't get the shoes and socks and shit.
I wonder, Ye.
Life.
Asking you first, and then I wonder if perhaps Pizza would like a card drawn for him. If I pulled one, and maybe
you want another reading?
Well,
would you like another reading, Pizza?
Do I need to go down?
No, we can put 10 up here.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's probably, if you're like me, it's easier for you to talk than it is to type.
Yeah,
we can bring Charlie up. We can bring everybody up if they want to come up. Because it is a lot easier to talk than type, I think.
Yeah, it is.
It's nice to be able to see.
I just don't like showing my
link,
picture.
Lisa, if you would like to come up, sir, I'll go over here and change the layout to accommodate us all. I guess that one there, maybe. And then somehow I'm going to put them back out in the middle, and I'm going to try to put us on the side. Yeah, I'm just working on this. Y'all just give me a second. Whenever Pizza, if he comes backstage, I will click him up. Charlie, if you want to come up, just click that link, and then when you're in the basement, I'll put you up. I don't see many other ways. It doesn't show me. Let's see, what's this? Hmm. I'm trying to put Natasha in the middle. Natasha and whoever she's reading for. I don't know how that's gonna work. I think this is the best we're gonna get right here is the small boxes.
That's fine. That's fine.
Because I don't know how to put you in the middle. Okay, someone's in there. It is Charlie.
Ah,
Aha, there he is.
you see your face a bit. Gabby, this
Ah,
is my
look at
son.
that.
Nice to meet you, Charlie. I know I've talked to you before. It's nice seeing you.
Hello, Gabby. Yeah. And you.
Who's that? Huh?
And Pete,
My
if
friend.
you can hear me, we'd love it if you would come up if you want. He's still lurking.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah, come on up, Pizza, if you'd like to.
He may be away from his keyboard
I do that.
Yeah.
Put that damn thing
for
away.
a second.
No.
Now, Charlie does healing, Gabby. And, you know, I said something about maybe getting a thing together to work on you. If we do, I'm going to have Charlie see if he'll participate in that. Because he took a headache that I had that had been there for like weeks. I couldn't get rid of, and he took it in like seconds.
Oh,
And it hasn't
wow.
come back. It hasn't come back yet. And it's been probably about a month or
That's
several
an awful
weeks anyway.
gift, too.
Yeah,
What
it is.
Charlie's he's got the healing gift, but it's incredibly powerful. If he puts his hands near you, you can instantly feel the heat. And this is, and my friends who do the circle, they're both mediums and the healers, and they said to Charlie, you have got something, why don't you come to circle and, you know, we'll guide you with your healing. And it's taken a few years, but we finally started to go. And they've both said, Charlie, you've got incredible healing powers. And he can do it long distance as well. He doesn't have to be next to you or in the same room. So I'm sure, Charlie, you would be very happy to give some healing to Gabby if she wanted some.
Yeah, sure.
Right now it's just being tired. That's the only side effect I'm having from everything.
Yeah, no wonder. I mean, you're a busy lady. I mean, you're still working. You're not very well. You've got that little baby that you're looking after, and you know, I'm sure. I mean, anyone would be tired.
I know. I don't even do nothing, and I stay tired. If I had to do all that, boy, I'd be wore out.
I look forward to those fusions. They last 3 to 5 hours, and they put so much Benadryl in the infusion that I sleep the whole time.
Oh.
So that you know, it actually helps.
Yeah, it passes the time. My daughter, who's next door, she's a registered nurse, so she deals with a lot of well, she's actually community, but she deals with a lot of drivers and, you know, sort of stat doses for cancers and other diseases. So yeah, and the drugs are pretty powerful.
Yes. Yes.
You're looking
there's
lovely today, Ye. Sorry. But she's gone again. Sorry, Gabby.
Oh, you're fine. Is that pizza over there? Oh, maybe that's me. I think I'm next to you, and then Charlie's underneath.
Okay.
I think. Because when I notice when I talk, my avatar vibrates.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
I don't know where Pizza is. I don't know if he wants to come up or no, or perhaps he's busy.
Yeah, I think he left the room for a minute. Right now, we don't have anybody, and I just kicked myself out.
Oh,
He'll be
dear.
back. He'll be back.
Mm.
Yeah, we can just chat though. I mean, we ain't in no rush.
No,
I
no.
I was looking over my notes. I can take like screenshots, good ones of those, and send those to you after a while. Natasha, I'll just send them to you in email,
Okay,
and
thank
you
you.
can just go through them at your leisure. You know,
And I'd like
just
to
when
have
you
the
get
video of the Galactic Federation. I'd like to listen to that one as well, please.
Yeah,
Really
I'm gonna send you all three of them. I'm gonna send you the one on the reptilian bloodline. But what I was saying about it was them Lyrans. I didn't realize it, but they're like cat people.
Who?
The Lyrans.
Oh, not heard of
Lyrans,
them.
I think is how you say it. Yeah, I hadn't either until
Oh,
I watched that video
oh,
about the reptilian bloodline. They bred with the cat people or something, and that's why they're at war with the Palladians.
oh, right.
Oh, wow.
So the reptiles and the Palladians are supposedly at war.
Doesn't surprise me.
Well, the reptilians live underground. They live here in the earth.
Yeah,
They're
there are a lot of
underground.
them that are in government and stuff. That's why they don't
Yeah.
want full disclosure.
I
And
know.
and another video, you know, I'm not much on the Vatican. I think the Vatican's kind of evil.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
one of their exorcists, one of the Catholic Church's like top exorcists, has come out and done a video where he said that Satan lives in those tunnels under the Vatican. He said that Satan has
Oh,
a
wow.
like headquarters under there, and that he has seen him with his own physical eyes,
My God.
and that he's headquartered underneath the Vatican, and the Vatican is protecting him or hiding him.
Yeah.
You know, really, I kind of believe
It's like
that.
Yeah. Do
yeah.
you know, I watched a documentary once on something about the Vatican, and they showed you rooms inside, and one of the big halls in there, all you can see is like lizards and snake heads and things, and it's like it's a very unusual thing to be in such a religious building, but that
Right.
kind of occurs.
They're saying
The
that's his
like
like
the catacombs.
room here on Earth.
Mm.
Yeah,
And I
that's
think
what they're saying.
there
It's
was
like his
something on the
throne room.
History Channel where they showed that there's a like a spiral.
Staircase.
I don't know if it's a spiral room or leading to a room, the spiral thing, and it's called something with the devil something. But it was on the History Channel, so
Oh, yeah.
I do not doubt that at all.
Mm.
I think the
Yeah.
History Channel's who done this video. We may be talking about the same video, but it just come out like the other day, and this priest, they're saying, you know, well, aren't you scared? And he's like, yeah, but you know, somebody had to tell it because the Vatican wasn't going to, and none of the other Catholic priests, you know, they're like, they do what they're told.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
said, with all he's seen and the state of man and everything, he felt like he just had to tell it.
Wow. We
that,
don't know.
that we
quarter
need, you
what's
know, we
going
got a
on.
right to know that it's real, that Satan's real and he's really here. And, you know, the Vatican is like been housing his throne room all these years. But I don't know what to think about the Galactic Federation, you know, telling us that Jesus didn't die on the cross. But now the second video where he talks about bowing, he said God never asked us to bow, that's the satanic agenda. And that, you know, our churches need to wake up because they're really not doing what God said, you know. They think if they go to church an hour on Sunday, an hour on Wednesday, they're all good, you know, and really they're not, because they're not walking the walk. I've been hearing a lot about the walk that I didn't, you know, I kept saying, what do y'all mean by the walk? And I've been hearing a lot about that in those galactic videos.
Yeah.
You know, they're saying this big shift's coming, and if you're not ready for it or whatever, you'll be left in the 3D or whatever. That it's going to 5D. And then there's all these videos on how dangerous 4 and 5D are, and you know how they're really run by Satan. And then there's all these other videos on how, you know, that's where the good is, and it's taking us away from the satanic kingdom, which is here in the 3D. So there's, and then I listen to this guy. The channel's called Twist. And I don't know if he's a preacher or not, but he's a Christian. And he talks like a preacher, but he talks to you like he's not preaching at you. You know what I'm saying? He's just discussing things. And he's really, really good. And he talked a lot about how everything is, we're able to see everything now, the good and the bad. We're in that like time period right before, you know, the tribulation, where we can see the good and the bad. And that's, you know, the Bible tells us that there'll be all this new information, and even the people who believe for 50 years or whatever, the most devout Christians will get misled because of all this information. I kind of feel like that's where I'm at. You know, I believe, but then again, it makes me wonder, because I do see where they mistranslated a lot of things. I do see where the church's hand was in trying to control us with religion instead of freeing us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I know exactly.
And that's what confuses me, you know. I mean, I believe Jesus, but I can't necessarily say how much of it I believe, because a lot of it may not even be true. It may not. I'm not talking about the cross and stuff. I'm just talking about some of the things that they mistranslated. Some of the things that, like, you know, like I believe it might have been Mark or Matthew. One of them was only like 8 chapters. And when Henry VIII took office, he was wanting to break away from the Roman Catholic Church and have, you know, the Orthodox Christians in England. And he told them, he commissioned a Bible before King James come along. And there was only 8 chapters, and he told them to finish that story out. And they wrote like 7 more chapters and added to it.
Wow.
You know, so I mean, and they've proven that now, you know, with carbon dating and historical records and stuff. I watch that Fifth Kind a lot. That's where I get a lot of my information. And that guy used to be a preacher. The guy that does the Fifth, Paul Wallace.
Right. Yes, I've got it written down. I'm going to start watching that.
I believe there was a lot of misinterpretation as well, the Bible.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Because everybody interprets it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do see where a lot of the hierarchy of the church has tried to control us through various means, through religion.
Yeah.
You know, but and then that just makes me wonder how far it really goes, you know. And now I believe in, you know, because I channel. So this was a channeled message from Jesus that said, you know, yeah, that was the prophecy, but it's not really what happened. You know, he said he did come here and he did live and he did, you know, they did kill him, but they didn't hang him on the cross like it said, you know, and all this kind of stuff. So, I mean, it makes you wonder, which, you know, I know that the dark side will go to any lengths possible to get as many souls as they can.
Yes.
Because just in my like fiasco in there, they've made it real clear that they're getting, you know, they plan on winning, period. Even though we know they don't. They still think they got a chance, you know.
Yeah.
No.
So,
I think you've got to follow your heart. I think whatever your gut
yeah,
feeling tells you, that's where you've got to follow. Because
but
it's
that's where
like
I'm
Gabby
kind of
said,
confused. My gut's all over the place. My gut don't know what to believe. I mean, I still believe, you know, the basic stuff, but I just don't know how far to let how far the rabbit hole goes, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
yeah,
What was misinterpreted and what wasn't, and what, you know, is a control measure and what's not.
yeah,
Because it's a
exactly.
lot. And
Yeah.
if you really look at the Vatican, you know, I mean, the Roman Catholic Church was the church in the beginning, you know. That was it. And everything is based on that. And, you know, personally, I feel like the Vatican's evil. I've always felt that way. My mother was Catholic, and I used to hate going to the Catholic Church. And when it comes time for me to get confirmed or whatever it's called, Eucharist or whatever it is, where your kids go and get confirmed Catholic,
Yeah,
he was like, well, you know, you got confirmation coming up. And I was like, I really don't want to do that. And she was like, okay. And it made me, thank God. You know, she let me choose my own path, but a lot of Catholic kids don't have that choice.
no, I know.
Right.
Their parents are Catholic, so they become Catholic. And once you do that confirmation or whatever, you're Catholic, period. You know, you can leave or whatever, but
Well,
you're still always be Catholic.
I
You
was
know,
German Lutheran. I went to a German Lutheran junior high, but I went to a Catholic high school. I was confirmed German Lutheran, but with the Catholic high school, because I was Lutheran, they didn't make me participate in any of the rituals.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Lutheran. Never heard
if
of
you
that
really,
before.
if you believe the Jesus story, which I do, you know, the majority of it, he never preached in big churches. He preached outside. He never done any kind of ritualistic. The most ritual he ever done was the Lord's Supper, and he never even done it. He just said, from now on, the bread will be my flesh and the wine will be my blood. He never actually done a Lord's Supper. You know, he just didn't do rituals. Matter of fact, he was very against it because of the Pharisees and stuff. You know, they had all these temple rituals, and, you know, he went in and turned over the money changers' tables and stuff because they sold doves for the sacrifice and stuff. And then he said, what good is the clean cup, you know, if it shines on the outside and the inside's dirty, you know?
Right.
And he actually preached against all that tradition and ritual and, you know, program or whatever. And he went around, you know, setting captives free by casting demons out. And I'm not a charismatic, but I mean, I believe in that because that was basically his entire ministry. Was, you know,
Well, look at all these Catholic
about
priests that
love
have gotten in trouble for child molestation and stuff through these years. I mean,
sickening. Yeah, sickening.
It is, and there's
the
so many
church
of
is
them.
covered for them.
It's
And the
just
church
not
has
like one or
covered it.
two. It's a bunch.
Yeah, a load of them.
almost
And then they
all
turn
of
around
them.
and say, you know, we want to apologize. Well, I'm sorry, but what use is that now? What use is an apology when you've totally ruined hundreds and hundreds and thousands of children?
Right.
You know? But it's, a sorry doesn't cut it, does it? It just doesn't do it. I don't think.
Mm-mm.
So, you know,
Nope.
I kind of see the Catholic Church, the entire Catholicism movement being a front, you know, for the Satanic Reich.
The Vatican is actually its own state, so no law enforcing anything like that can touch it. I wonder why
Their own
Exactly.
government and everything.
it's its own state.
They're more powerful than NATO. You know, the Vatican is very powerful. It's like the most powerful organization there is besides like the Freemasons and NATO.
Yeah. So
It
it does
is.
make you
And when
wonder,
it,
doesn't it? Why and what really is going on there? It really does. Open your eyes, I think.
Well, Freemasons are
and they've
dying
got
out.
all the artifacts and stuff they don't want us to have. You know, there's Bibles in there that they won't let anybody read, you know,
Yeah.
because they're
The truth.
different.
The
Yeah,
truth.
nobody
You know,
can get them. So no one can get
the
in there and get
popes
them.
and then the
They're on
British kings are who decided what we get to read. You know,
Mm,
King
exactly.
James was really the first one who he was like the most honest. I think that's why his Bible made it, you know, because he
Mm,
put out what he felt like really was scripture. The only thing that I agree with the Catholics on is that they got the Apocrypha, you know, which
the
is the
what?
extra
Right?
books of the Bible.
Ah,
Huh?
right.
Yeah, the extra books. And I do feel like if all that was actually scripture, then, you know, maybe we should be reading it all, because
Mm,
I see where they took it out, because once you read Enoch, you can never go back to believing the way you did. Once you
I want to get the
read
book of
about the
Enoch and read it.
Watchers
Yeah.
and the fallen angels and how they can interact with humans and all that, once you read all that, there's no going back.
Mm, mm. I think you've got to have an open mind. I mean, as I've got older, my mind's just been opened an awful lot. Charlie and I watch an awful lot of things, don't we, that are out of the box. Because I don't necessarily conform or believe everything I'm being told. Do you know what I mean? I think, no, there's something else. This just doesn't make sense to me. There's more going on. And I mean, now we know that there are definitely aliens and there are UFOs flying in our atmosphere, that they've proved it now with the videos they released from the Navy. So there's a lot of people coming out.
Well, not just that, you know, you got aliens and you got fallen angels. You know, you got all these factions that want to take over.
Yes.
The reptiles
think-
and the fallen angels are added. I got that from my spirit box sessions.
Mm.
I think that war between the good and evil is going on, and I think that's why all this bad stuff's happening in the world right now.
Yeah.
And my God, there is some bad stuff going on. Horrendous. I mean, there's never ever, I can't ever remember there ever being peace in this world. Even as a child, I remember, you know, wars happening in the Middle East and in Africa and things like that. And I mean, it's just on and on and on. And now we've got Russia attacking Ukraine, and it's horrendous, absolutely horrendous. So
see, like in Enoch, it teaches us that in the garden, the reason that you know, they keep saying it was Lucifer that turned into a snake. I don't think so. I think it was Samael that became the serpent in there, the one that, you know, is in the Satan position, the Satan. That's why I said in that video that ultimately everybody works for God. Even Lucy and Satan, they work for God. They can't do anything without God allowing it.
Mm.
You know,
even though they've been cast out. Yeah.
They talk about how they tried to keep us dumb. You know, they say that God put that tree and told us not to eat of it so we would stay dumb. You know, so we could be used as slaves or whatever. Wait till you listen to that video on what kind of energy they use from us to power their ships and stuff. I mean, it's the one where he talks about bowing and stuff. That's a very, very interesting, and I almost believe it 100% video. You just have to watch it. I can't even explain it to you. It's really kind of far-fetched, but when you think about it, at first I thought, man, this is blasphemy. But then the more I thought about it, and thought about it, I thought, you know, that kind of makes sense, because things in the satanic world are perverted. You know, he perverts every good thing that God's put out. He's got everything God put out. He's got, like, the mark. He has the mark. You know, if God's got it, he's got it. But his is like the perverted version. So
Yeah.
when you watch that
Right.
video, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's really, it's interesting. But like in the garden, you know, they said that he wanted to kind of keep us dumb. And when the serpent or the snake or whatever tricked Eve into eating, and then she give it to Adam, and then man fell and everything, and that, you know, God got so mad. It was because the first thing that the fallen watchers taught us how to do was make weapons and go to war.
Yeah.
And
Right,
God, you
yeah.
know, by us not having that knowledge, I don't see where he was really trying to keep us dumb. Maybe he was just trying to keep us from what we are, what we become because we eat of that tree. You know what I'm saying? Because
But then he gave us
we
free
got
will.
good things too, like philosophy, poetry. You know, we got goodness out of it too. But the majority of it was to destroy ourselves. You know, weapons, war, becoming enemies with people. You know, things like that come about because the angels taught us magic and forging weapons, and you know.
Well, I think he wanted us to be peaceful beings, but unfortunately he gave us free will. So free will mixed in with being encouraged by the dark side, I guess that's how we've ended up as we are. And I don't know what will happen to us, because we're really not a nice race at all.
No.
I mean,
no. And you know, the aliens just about had me convinced. But then in that one video, you know, he says, well, if you're Christian or you're Judaism or there was three of them: Judaism, Christianity, and I guess Hebrew. He said, you're just dumb. You're trapped. You know, you're trapped in a lie and you're dumb. You need to wake up. And I'm thinking, you know, that's awful harsh to say, but then when I look at all the ways that they have tried to control us, it makes me want to believe it, but my gut won't let me. You know, my gut just won't let me totally go with it's completely wrong, you know.
I think it's,
but I do see where, you know, religion puts this impossible idea of piety and holiness on us that none of us can achieve. I mean, we, you know, okay. Some people do better than others, and, you know, a lot of people achieve a form of holiness. But that's always been my problem. No matter how much I repented or asked for forgiveness or tried to change or whatever, I just couldn't live up to that standard. You know, it's like an impossible standard to try to live up to. And you know, and that's the whole point, is we can't do it without Jesus. The whole point is we can't do it without Jesus. We can't do it by ourselves. That's the whole point. But even with Jesus, I'm not sure it's possible. You know, they talk about how he was sinless. He walked around and never sinned. I have a hard time believing that. I've always had a hard time with that. Because I would have more respect for him if he sinned and overcame it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but
is that he overcame the sin of the world, not that he just never done it.
A lot say that his wife was Mary Magdalene. He married Mary Magdalene. She was
you know, the French claimed that they had a child.
Yes.
Yeah, Jesus.
There's a whole French like bloodline.
Yeah.
And you know, I would have had more respect for that Jesus than one that tried to tell me he never sinned, because I just can't hardly believe that, even if you are God in the flesh. If you're living in the flesh and all you got to do is open your eyes in the morning to be a sinner, then how you going to say you walked for 33 years and you never sinned? See what I'm saying? I would just assume him say, overcame it. I was able to figure out how to overcome the sin and stop doing it, or
But we'll
whatever.
never
Than to
know.
say, than to say he never ever sinned.
But like I said, we'll
That's
never know.
one of the
because
points.
church
Just I
hide it.
never could accept. Huh?
The churches, I
Say
said,
that
we'll
again.
never know because the churches will have hidden it. I mean, if it's true, and a lot say that there's evidence, if it's true that he was married and he did have a child, that's all been kept away from us because that's not how they wanted us to act. They wanted us all to act in a godly way, in a godly order.
And that's what that video of the channeling is saying, that they just rewrote his life to control us.
I hope he was married. I hope he did. I hope he enjoyed that. I hope he, enjoyed the fact that he had a child. I think it's amazing, actually. So, I mean, there's a lot of evidence and say that, it did happen.
See, they couldn't hardly let that get out because they had put down on the Watchers so much for having children with human women.
Yeah.
How could they excuse Christ doing it?
That's why we had the flood. God
Yeah.
The big flood. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was all about
because they
control.
were Nephilim, and they were evil, and they started a lot of wars and a lot of fighting, and they got so bored they started killing each other.
Okay. I think one of the fascinating
if you really study Enoch, if you study the book of Enoch, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Is they got tired of killing men because they weren't no kind of competition, so they started fighting each other.
I think the best story I've ever heard is about the Giant of Kandahar, the American soldiers when they were out in Afghanistan. I'm not sure if it was Afghanistan or Iraq, but they actually found a giant in one of the caves, and it came out and it actually killed one of the soldiers. It speared one of the soldiers, but they all shot at it and they actually killed it. And that is a very hush-hush thing that happened, but it did happen. Because some of the guys,
and I believe that.
Yeah,
I believe that because it's not just Iraq; it's all over there. There's a lot of stuff going on in Saudi Arabia, and it's such a closed-off country that
Iraq,
we'll never know. Never know what's going on over there.
Yeah,
we wouldn't have any access to Baal if it wasn't that he had an American queen. His wife's American, the king of Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
yeah, she's from America.
Wow.
King of Jordan I think it was Jordan, had Grace Kelly too, the actress.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, she was American.
I can't hide.
Now, the king of Jordan, he's pretty laid back. He's not really a tyrant. The women in Saudi Arabia and Jordan come further than any other women in the Middle East, because of those American queens that, were against the burqa, them having to wear that burqa. And, okay, calm down. That video's right about one thing, if you look at Muslim women, they're property of their husbands. They're not allowed to think on their own or act on their own.
Right, you have to walk behind them.
Yeah,
they have to walk behind
to show their hair or their face. And the queen over there in Saudi Arabia, that was the first thing she tried to get rid of. Now they can just wear the veils, the scarf on their head and the veil. They don't have to wear the burqa anymore.
Not good.
Because of the American queen passed a law that they didn't have to do that anymore.
Wow. That was interesting. I didn't know that. That's absolutely fascinating.
Oh man, you wouldn't believe all the information that's swirling around in my head, and that's probably why I'm so confused.
Yes. Oh,
Because there is somewhere in the Bible, I couldn't tell you exactly where. I used to know, but I've done forgot the verses. But there is verses in the Bible that tells you that, you know, too much knowledge will sink you. Because then
yeah.
it'll create doubt. It'll create doubt, and you'll not know. And that's where I'm at. I've got
We
so
only
much.
use 10% of our brains anyway, so it makes you wonder what we
Yeah,
do with that other
90.
80, 90, yeah.
I don't know either about some things. Like I said, I keep an open mind. I'm always searching outside the box because there is more out there to learn and know. And I don't know. I'm confused like you are, Yi, at times. I really am.
I just don't want to, you know, die and then be like totally wrong, you know, and be like, oh God, I should have stuck with the first plan. But I don't know. I've always knew there was more out there. I just didn't know there was this much. I thought
Yeah.
what we were really dealing with was the dark and the light, but you know, we're dealing with multiple races.
Yeah.
And I still feel like there's that one true God, you know, that ball of energy, as I call him, pure light, you know,
Yeah.
and love and stuff that everything come from. And in my spirit, but even though they seem so chaotic and crazy, I've learned a lot. And I think if anything, it's drove me closer to God than further away.
Yeah, I think listening to your videos has opened my eyes a lot because you just can't deny what's being said. I know we don't know exactly who is saying it, but you can't deny what's being said in the videos about certain things that nobody should have any knowledge about. So it's very fascinating, I think.
Yeah, they told me, I tell you, this is what stuck in my craw right now. They told me the other night, well, the last spirit box I done, it's been a couple weeks ago, but I was translating it the other night, and they said, well, we're a secret because we're Apollonauts. So I got to looking at that, and I've been studying it, and you know, Apollo is the sun, but I don't think they meant Apollo, the god Apollo. I think they meant Jesus. Like, we're the real angels, and you should kind of listen to us, but you can't spread us all over social media, kind of thing. And see, they said not only, they said it wasn't so much that I come in there raising hell like I did. It was the fact that I shared them. I shared everything, and that's what like really upset them all. That's why I'm a rat and a snitch and all that stuff now. Is the fact that I shared secrets that I wasn't supposed to share.
But then what do they
usually
expect?
they would say, hey, you can't share this.
Yeah.
And there was times even if I recorded it, they would erase the recordings.
Right.
So I figured whatever they didn't erase or whatever they didn't tell me not to share, I could share, but evidently I shared too much.
You said too much.
Because I even shared that where he said we're a secret, we're Apollonauts. It's in one of the last ones I translated, but it's like I told them, people think I'm just some crazy old lady. They're not really believing what I'm putting out there. You know, it's not. They said, oh, you YouTube famous, and we made you YouTube famous. This is what the bad ones were saying. They were saying I owed them for making me YouTube famous. And I'm like, you didn't, you know, I'm lucky to get 5 views. 4 of us are here in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then mom, that's about all that watches it.
Mm. And yes,
So
I mean, at the
it's
end
not
of
like
the
it
day,
went worldwide or anything, you know.
Right.
It's not like I'm Tara and got a TV show.
no, that's true.
You know, I mean, well, I think they did that to kind of teach me a lesson or something. I don't know what the lesson in it was, but they kept saying, you know, you'll do what we say. We're going to go help so and so, and I'm like, well, go ahead, you know, go help them.
Yeah.
I mean, what am I
You
supposed to say
stand
to
up
that?
to them, and thank God you do stand up to them, because a lot of people wouldn't, and they would be nabbed, I think. But you know, you'll argue, you will to the bone, you will. So they.
I know, and that's part of my. They tell me that the good ones tell me that's my problem. You know, that messed me up. But then they'll say things like the other day they said she's off limits. You can't touch her. You know, and he was like, "Do you hear me?" And Gus wasn't even there, but he was like, "Do you hear me, Gus?"
Oh.
You know, making it real clear that I was off limits. You know, so that's what confuses me. But I do feel like, you know, God's protected me to a certain extent, but I do feel like he taught me a big lesson of, you know, it's not my place to go in there and try to I don't know. I don't even know the words for it. It just wasn't my place. I should have let him handle it instead of me trying to handle it myself.
Oh,
you know, and that's the big lesson I come out. That was the big lesson I come away with.
Well, like I said, we're only human and we all make mistakes, don't we? So,
You know. But if I do any more, I'm not going to do any more apologizing. Or, you know, I've done all the apologizing I'm going to apologize. I tried to go in there and smooth it out, and it's as smooth as it's going to get, I guess.
yeah. It is better, I think. It is better. I mean, there's still some that are quite horrible and obnoxious, but I think it's calmed down an awful lot. I mean,
I think the good ones. I think the good ones, you know, kind of accepted my part because they said we accept, you know, and they give me some, you know, you need to pay more attention and you need to just be quieter. If you have a question, ask it, but we don't need to hear your life story because we already got it, you know.
Right. Yeah,
that kind of thing, because I do talk a lot, and I was treating them or talking with them just like I would with you. And I got to realize that they're not like us.
No, definitely
They're not
not.
all like us. And I can't deal with them the same way I would with humans, you know.
Yeah, they think very differently to what we do, and they're far more intelligent than us, and they've got technology that we wouldn't even understand if it popped up in front of our nose. You know what I mean?
I think they're right to a certain extent, because I know they're seeing on me. They talk about I smell sin, you know. But I don't believe that I'm completely black, and I don't believe that I'm God forsaken.
No. Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. I don't think.
I really, really hope not.
No, you're not. No, definitely not. So you've done nothing wrong. You've just been curious. And there's nothing that you can do that God won't forgive. He will forgive. He forgives everybody. Because that's what he is. He's just pure love. And that's what we should be. But we're not. We're sinners.
Yeah. But I have realized that I haven't been walking. I haven't been doing that walk they talk about.
What is that?
I try to walk there, but, you know, I mess up. But all I can do is work on it. At least I recognize it, and I'm trying to work on it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you can only do your best. Definitely. But I am going to have to say goodbye to you soon.
You
'Cause-
see,
oh, look at this. Oh, little doggy. Oh, he's sleeping, bless him.
yeah, he's always got to
No.
be on me somewhere.
Oh, bless him. Oh, he's lovely.
Oh, thank you. My
Yeah.
pit boxer.
Your pit boxer. Oh,
Yeah.
good job he
Well,
wasn't
I
here
think
last night. We would have had a right choir going, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I thank all y'all for coming and for putting up with my craziness.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for.
Thank you for having me. But like I said, I'm going to have to leave you in a minute because it's now 11:15, and
Oh,
I've got,
man.
yeah, I know, and I'm really feeling quite tired because I had an awful night last night. Oh, I could not sleep. I was tossing and turning, and I think my mind was too active. So I'm going to have a bit of downtime
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah, you
Yeah,
need
that
a
was
little
me
down.
the other night. I didn't even feel tired. I think I slept too late, but I couldn't go to sleep. And I looked at the clock and it was like 3:30, and I'm like, another 3 hours, I got to get up.
It's crazy, isn't it?
And that
Mhm.
drives you crazy trying to sleep, knowing you got to get up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did this morning as well. And I thought, yeah, always happens when I got to be up early in the morning. I cannot sleep. So. But yeah,
Well,
but I loved last night and I've loved this evening because it's been really lovely to meet Gabby.
Yeah. It's nice to meet you too,
Yeah,
Natasha.
sort of face to
And
face.
Charlie. Seeing Charlie.
So,
He's gone dark.
yeah.
hello.
Charlie don't
Yeah,
say too much.
Hello.
I'm sending you lots of love, you, and I
Thank
will
you.
talk to you really soon. Okay.
I love you.
Bye.
Thank
Love
you.
you too. Bye, darling.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, that went pretty good.
Yep. Did you see Laddie?
Yeah. He's spoiled too, ain't he?
Oh, yes, he is. He's worse
This one
than a
here's
kid. He's
spoiled.
worse than a 6-year-old.
I think Charlie's dog's pretty spoiled too.
Yes,
Look,
he
you're gonna
is.
have to get off the field with that long. Now, I just put any sheets on here. You gotta get on that couch. That's why y'all got your own couch. Get up on my bed with that old nasty bone. Chew on it. He loves them things, them big old braised bones you can buy at the dog store
Oh, yeah.
or at the whatever. Not the dog store, but you know what I mean, the dog section.
Yeah. Pet store or pet
Yeah,
aisle. Yeah.
Well, we'll all get together with Charlie whenever he has time off one day and you're not feeling well, and we try to do that energy like healing on you, Gabby, if you're down for it.
Well, so far it's just been the tiredness, but I know whenever you do your healing, Charlie, that you actually take on the illness yourself, and that's what scares me because I wouldn't want you to have this.
No, I've got a different way of doing it from a lot of. I put up my defenses as well when I do it. I ask my guides and stuff to take a lot of the brunt, so it doesn't return up to me. So
Well, that would be my main worry, because cancer, it's bad. You just never know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I'm one of the lucky ones, but I have a lot of family members that haven't been so lucky.
Yeah, I understand that, but like I say, when I do it, I've just got a different way of doing it. A lot of healers just open themselves up completely, and they don't think of the consequences, the negative side to it. Maybe that's why I'm very strong at doing it.
No, that's good.
Defenses up myself, because it's like a battery in a car. I use it like I'm the battery. I'm putting it into the car, but I'm also taking back what I need. I'm pushing away what I don't want.
Well, that's good.
And that's the best way of out. That's the way you really should be doing it, in my opinion. So
And see, I was
Never.
thinking if we done it, Gabby, we would do it like a group thing, be several of us, like the way I would do. I would just be bathing you in healing light while he's doing his thing, and then
But
Well, so far the only adverse effect I have is I do my chemo on Fridays, and then the next 2 days I totally exhausted. I just sleep, and then on the fourth day, it's like I'm in a like a daze type of thing, just kind of out of it, and that's the only thing I've had so far.
do you have any kind of stones?
I do.
Do you have a piece of amethyst?
I do. Yes, ma'am.
Try carrying that piece of amethyst on that day that you're kind of wanged out.
Okay.
Try keeping that in your pocket or in your hand as much as you can or something, because amethyst gives you clarity and kind of lifts that fog.
Okay. I'll try that.
I mean, I don't know that if it'll make a big difference, but it should help some.
Well, I'm gonna try it.
I don't know if you've seen this or not, but Natasha sent me this. It's an Archangel protection pendant.
Pretty.
It's got, you can't really see it good here, but it's got all the different symbols and stuff for all the different archangels on it. With the Star of David. It's not really a pentagram, it's more like a star.
Right. That is pretty.
Like a double star.
I
like
That's pretty.
And I can feel, the difference in when I got it on and when I got it off. So
You
maybe
need
the
it.
amethyst.
You have me worried.
I'm sorry.
You have
I
me
didn't mean to
worried with
worry
that
you.
stuff. Oh,
I
that's okay. It's just when they started kind of taking over or attaching whatever they were doing. That had me worried.
attachment
it
is
was
the first
bad.
question. So
You
like I
what?
said an attachment is always the first sign of possession, they say. So once they start attaching to you like they did,
Yeah.
that's when it starts to get really bad, because that's when they get their grips in you and don't let go.
Yeah, that's scary.
I was weak that week and they jumped on me. It's been getting better, but I think Natasha's Michael was supposed to do a cleansing, but he hasn't spoken to me since it all went down.
Yeah,
I don't know
he's
what's going on with that.
Funny again.
But I think Natasha's gonna ask one of her friends if they could just do like a cleansing on me.
All right.
But it's been a lot better. There's still been a couple
you sound better.
here. Yesterday when I talked to you on Messenger, I was talking to my son too, and one of them left the EVP on there. Like they must have matched the button and everything, because I was talking with you, and when I went back over there was an EVP on his message. It said Rad hat. He had on a new hat, and I called out there and I said, "Are you wearing a hat?" He said, "Yeah, I got my new hat in the mail today." And I was like, they were just letting me know they were still here.
Yeah.
One of them.
But you're sounding better and you're looking better too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't do nothing but sleep now because it's been raining for like a solid week, and all that. When it's pouring rain like that, I just want to sleep. I didn't get up till 2 o'clock yesterday, and it was after 1 o'clock today. But now yesterday I had to get up at 6 in the morning and clean for 4.5 hours in the kitchen because I woke up and all 14 chickens was in the kitchen.
Oh, man.
Mikey didn't get the back door shut all the way, and it came open, I guess. And they just flew right up into the kitchen. And I was like, oh, no. I like to never got them all out of the house because they didn't want to go.
Yeah.
And so,
I can see that.
about 11:30 or so, I laid back down and slept till 2. But I mean, I'd been up mopping and cleaning and all that since like 6:30. So I was kind of wore out. It kind of wore me out because mopping really gets me. Mopping wears me out. I can sweep. Sweeping don't bother me, but the mopping kind of gets me.
Maybe because you're scrubbing while you
Yeah.
mop.
Yeah, you put in pressure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna take pictures of those notes and send them over to y'all, Charlie. I'll send them to your mom and email if you want to look over them too. I don't know if you're ever planning on reading or not. Oh, look at him. That's the one yesterday was just a howling, boy. He was just a
He's a
singing.
baby. What kind is he, Charlie?
He's a Chorky.
Oh, okay.
Yorkie Wawa mix. So
Oh, okay.
tell it by his big ears and then.
He's cute.
He is. It was so funny though, because I was apologizing for Pablo going off. Oh, he acts like he's a Great Dane when he sees that big old dog. I mean, his hair comes up, his whole body jumps when he barks, and he sounds like he's about to tear somebody up. And then that little dog just started singing, and he started singing. And if you go back and watch that section of the video, they was something else, boy. They were just singing, "Get off my bed with that ball."
Carrying on a conversation too.
Yeah, it sounds.
You gotta get on that. There you go. They got an old tore up love. Well, it wasn't tore up several years ago, but over the years it's gotten tore up. But that's their own couch. They don't get on our furniture. Now gets him, he sleeps in the bed. And since Lucy's been in heat, I won't let her sleep in the bed, right?
Oh yeah.
I make her stay on the couch. And he'll come up and get petted and he'll turn around and look at her like, "Hi, I'm in the bed." It's like he's taunting her. Like I'm getting the snuggle and you're not. And I told her yesterday, I said, when you're out of heat and I give you a good bath, then you can get back in the bed, because I'm used to both of them sleeping with me, but I can't let her in the bed because she's just got that smell about her. It's not her fur, it's just her. She's putting that smell. I can smell it, and I don't want my bed smelling like that.
Oh yeah.
I change it every couple of days anyway, because he sleeps in it. But he doesn't shed like she does. She's got that long hair, so she sheds a lot more. He doesn't shed like that. He's actually got some places. He's got some places on. Go ahead.
The other pit boxer we had didn't shed like he does. He must have something else in there too. I don't think he's a complete.
Bella didn't shed that bad. Bella didn't shed bad. Unless it was just, like when it would start turning summertime, she'd shed for a week or two. But, as long as I kept her brushed and all, it wasn't too bad. But he's got some spots where he's been chewing allergy. Yeah. I was taking him to the vet this month, but I just didn't get a chance to. And I didn't get a chance to call PayPal today either. They got my money all tied up.
Yeah, that's what you were
saying.
They're
saying I gotta prove that I've been shipping out goods. And I tried to explain to them that those were donations for the animal rescue, but they said when I sent them shipping labels, they would address it. So I'm going to have to call them, but it's already 5:30 today. But I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it before the weekend.
Yeah.
I meant to do it today and I just didn't get nothing
You haven't
done.
had nothing but problems from that.
Yeah, I hate PayPal. But like both Natasha's, they make a donation. They don't have Cash App over there. They have to go through PayPal.
I use PayPal and Venmo. Venmo I've
Yeah.
used too.
Well, I've tried to get Venmo, but they say my address don't exist. Remember, I've always had that problem
Oh
too
yeah.
because our whole town is on PO boxes. They don't deliver mail here. So when you try
Oh,
to do something where they automatically pull the address up and confirm it, it won't
right.
confirm.
Hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
had that problem with my bank, but they said, well, we don't take PO boxes, but they understood that that's all we had, so
Yeah.
they took it, but they took my physical address too, but they just didn't make me confirm it like Venmo and Chime. I wanted to go with Chime, but I couldn't go with Chime because of the address thing.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, Chime's pretty good. But I'm on Current, and I really like Current, except for now that I don't have a regular phone number, I can't check my balance or nothing because it all goes by your phone number, and they won't let me use a voice IP. Like I have a text
Oh,
now number now, and
right.
I bought the Sims card for the text now, but it won't work in my phone. So
Oh.
I'm just one of them people that nothing works for me. It doesn't
Now,
matter
if you
what it
didn't
is.
have bad luck, it wouldn't be no luck at all.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, y'all, I don't know what else to do. We've been about 2 hours.
Oh, that's a good. It didn't seem like 2 hours.
No, that's what I was telling Natasha yesterday. You blink and it's been 3 hours. It just goes by so fast.
Yeah.
That's why I had to go on the paid StreamYard because they say they give you 20 hours, but I swear as soon as you get at about 10, they start limiting you.
Hmm.
And last month I counted, I went like 10 and a half hours, and they said I was out of hours.
Oh wow.
So I don't understand that. I don't know
Yeah.
if they count the time I come on here and work on it, like when I have to load up videos and stuff like that. Like today I come
Mhm.
on 30 minutes early and
Yeah.
loaded up that little tiny video and stuff like
I don't know
that.
how any of that works.
But this week I'm going to work on a watcher's video, and I think I'm going to try to do the next tarot card. We only made it to the magician, so I think I'll maybe try to throw a couple more tarot card videos up. I don't think I'm going to mess with the spirit box much this week.
You give it a break.
Yeah, well, I spent week before last, I tried all those new apps out. And then last week, it took me all week to put them into video form. So I think this week I'm going to work on the tarot and the hierarchy, the celestial hierarchy. And I'm doing those videos because I looked that stuff up so much. I look up the same things, it seems like, over and over and over. So I thought, well, I'm just going to make a little quick reference video. So if I need to know something, I ain't got to go to Google and read a whole article. I can just go in there and kind of skip through the video and find what I need to know.
You know, I
Key
tried the
points.
Hope app, and I had one come through. She said her name was Abigail. And then I asked her how old she was, and she said that she was a mama. She didn't really tell me how old she was. And she said she had a lot of kids. She didn't tell me how many. So I don't know. I just thought that was kind of weird because that's the first time I ever got an Abigail.
Yeah,
She said she was in the light.
You got to realize there's interdimensionals, there's aliens, there's galactic beings, there's good, bad. I mean, there's
Yeah.
all kind of different. They're parallel universes.
It was interesting. You can
The Hope app,
understand
I
her
don't
when she
like that
talks.
slide bar. I can't. That slide
Yeah.
bar gets on my nerves.
Yeah. But I can do
That
it
guy,
once and she'll sit there and talk and just talk and talk. And I just let her go.
well, that's good.
Now, I don't know who she is. It has to be either a guardian angel or a guide. But she's got a lot to say.
Well, that's good. Are you recording it
Yes.
so you can go back? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Well, good. That's good. Charlie,
I
have
just
you
have
ever
to
messed
keep.
with any of them?
Yeah, spirit boxes and stuff.
Huh?
Well, spirit boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't go near any of that stuff. Just for certain reasons, I just don't want to be tampering with that.
That's probably
Yeah.
good. No, if y'all
Yeah.
seen that one where I said people get scared, or should they be scared of spirit boxes? And one of them said, yeah. And then the other one said, well, I believe in them. I
Yeah.
guess so. You're talking to me, but yeah, they said that if you're not, you know, that
Yeah. I only
people
want to
should.
talk to my guides and my angels, and that's basically it. I don't want to talk to anything else.
Yeah, very similar to me. That's the way I do it. So
Yeah, that's what I set out to do, but it just went a different direction. And everything happens for a reason. So
Yeah.
maybe it was meant to be. It just seems like
To
it
bring more
wasn't to me.
awareness.
But
I think it
yeah,
was for more awareness.
it's made you a lot smarter
yeah,
over the situation as well. So it won't happen again. So
yeah. But I think those particular beings I was shown. God allowed me to connect with that particular section because I had to learn something, and I guess I learned it, or I'm working on learning it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you don't connect if you're not meant to connect, you're not going to connect.
yeah, exactly.
So evidently that was in my life path somehow.
Right. Well, you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it.
Right.
Sounded like a repeat there. You don't know it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, this is like the cigarette. I used to not worry about smoking on camera, but I watched one of the lives one night and I seen where I was smoking and it was just like smoke was everywhere and I was just like, I'm gonna start turning the camera off to smoke.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, it don't bother me either. But you never know who one day down the line. And that's the whole point of making the videos is one day somewhere somebody might be kind of in that situation or have stuff attaching to them and not know what to do. And maybe they'll
Right.
click on one of the videos and maybe it'll help them.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's always a possibility.
I mean, that was the whole point of putting it out there, because I've caught a lot of flack about putting so much personal stuff out there because that was like a personal little trial I went through and I put it all out there, But it shows how they'll kind of suck you in and get you on one trail and then bam, they'll hit you, like how they come out of the blue and wanted me to do dope.
Right.
Yeah. At first they were accusing me of doing it and I was like, no, I don't care what your book says. I haven't done it since September of 2020, and I'm standing by that. I'm like defending myself and then all of a sudden they come off with, well, you got to do it because you owe us and all this.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But they went to the book. They went to the book on that, and whoever was over that book that day said she didn't sign nothing. She don't owe you nothing. I was like, oh, thank God.
Thank God. Distraction. So they were trying to distract you one way and then attack you from the other way.
Yeah, that's the way they done. and it come out
Yeah,
of nowhere. And then I thought, well, how stupid are you, Keela? They're on the other side of the veil. There's, they told me Gus was dying, and Gus was the one that had been helping me. And I took it just like he was human or something, and that's where I messed up, because after I really thought about it, no, get off my bed with that. Now get off the bed. Get off the bed. Go get on the couch. Go. There you go. Once I really sit back and thought about it, I thought, well, they're on the other side of the veil. They're not dying. But then I thought, well, they're in a parallel universe, so maybe they are. And that's why I went back in there and said, look, with all due respect, I'm sorry you're sick. I'm sorry you might die, but I'm not doing dope for nobody. I said, Jesus couldn't talk me into doing no dope.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's when they got mad. Well, that, and when I said, don't you got gods? Can't your gods heal him? They said I mocked them and slapped them in the face. And now that I look back at it, I guess I did. And I realized it when I said it, how mocking it sounded.
Yeah. Huh.
So I just have to not do stuff like that no more. I just have to realize that I don't have to defend myself.
No.
And that's really all I was really doing was, like, no. And I think he was trying to turn people against me, because he kept saying, you're lying to your subs, you're lying to yourself. And I kept talking to Natasha, and I'm like, I can't figure that out. I've been pretty honest. I've been pretty open about everything. And she's like, I think he's trying to get everybody to, just to turn against you. And I realized that it was a divide and conquer kind of thing.
Yeah.
The more they could isolate me, the more they could get to me or whatever.
Make you free reign, kind of pounce you, getting you off by yourself.
Yeah. But they didn't realize I had a Gabby and a Natasha. Oh. All right, y'all. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and close it out. And I just want to thank y'all so much. Gabby, I love you to death.
Yeah, I love you too.
Charlie. Love you too, Charlie, and your mom. When you walk back in there where your mom is, you tell her I said I love her.
Yeah, I think she knows that anyway, so.
Yeah. It never hurts to tell her.
And you're going to go live next week again?
Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday. And I think I'm going to try to maybe do something Sunday.
Okay.
On Sundays, I'm trying to put together some kind of I know next month I want to do like a little, where those of us that do make stuff and sell stuff kind of come together and have like a little online craft show or something.
Uh-huh.
And show what we got and put our information out there. Like Natasha, she makes soap. Oh, let me tell you about this soap. Oh, Gabby, you'll probably love this. Let me turn my camera back on.
Does she have a website or something?
She does. It's called Cornish Craft Fairs.
Cornish Craft Fairs?
This says Cornish Soap House.
But yeah, it will link to that page. Yeah, you go to that page and then you go down to the one Keela showing you there.
Okay, I'll look. So,
it's Cornish Soap House, it says, but this is the goddess. I hadn't opened it yet. It smells really good. But she sent me a fresh linen and a well, here's the fresh linen. I opened it, but I decided not to use it. I went with the lavender today. And she sent me a lavender, and oh man, my skin is so soft. Because I kind of got dry skin, like my elbows and stuff like that, my knees. But my skin is so soft. It's so soft you can use it on your face, even.
Well, I wish they had smell of it.
You can smell it, but it's not overpowering, perfumey
Yeah.
smelly. You know what I'm saying? It's more
Yeah.
like a
Yep.
clean, soapy.
Kind of. Right.
But I really like it. But like Jamie, she's been making little tea lights and putting pieces. Like she buys so many stones that they send her little bags of chips as
Mm-hmm.
bonuses. Like if she buys obsidian, they'll send her a little bag of obsidian chips. And she's
Mm-hmm.
been making candles and putting like the chips in there for
Gems and
protection.
that would be awesome. Yeah.
So when
That
you
would be
burn the
awesome.
candle, you got protection within that candle. So
Right.
there's a bunch of us that do a lot of different things. So I want to try to put something together where we can just show what we do and then, put the information out there in case people want to, like a little craft show or something.
Right. Right. And put your shopping links out.
Yeah. And then, Jamie said that she would like do another show on the gemstones and maybe come and show us how to make those little tea light candles.
Mm-hmm.
Because certain places, like when she orders her gemstones, they send you the little bags for free of the chips when you make a pretty good. Like if you order more than $25 worth, you get all kind of free items, and usually one of the free item is like a bag of chips for whatever stones you've ordered.
Right.
And
Right,
I
guys.
just thought that was a really
So
neat idea. I'm sorry,
You're
Charlie.
going,
What?
Charlie?
I'm gonna head off now because it is almost 12 here, and yes, it is 11:47 here. All right. So okay, and that is the correct time. So all right.
All
So
right, Charlie.
Okay.
Good
Well,
talking
thank
to
you,
you.
Charlie. We love
You
you.
have a good night.
We will see
take it
you
easy on
later
you.
on.
Have a good evening. Cheers, guys.
All right. Bye bye. But yeah, there's just, a lot of stuff like that. So I want to try to put something together for next month like that. But I think that Sunday I might do something. We might talk about like they call it candle magic, but I wasn't
That's a
really going to go over it.
strong magic. Yeah. I know
I
somebody
wasn't
used
really
to do
going to
candle
go over
magic.
this. Wasn't really going to go over the spells that go with it, but I was going to kind of go over the different colors and
Yeah. Make
things
awareness
like
type
that and what they
video.
do, because even if you're not working magic, like for you, like on a day you don't feel good, there's certain colors that you can burn that makes the energy
Right.
supposed to like make the energy better and stuff. So I was
Yeah, that
thinking
would
I
be
might
good.
do that this Sunday.
That'd be cool.
But
Yeah, that would be neat.
yeah. But there's so much stuff I want to do, so it does seem like I'm putting a lot of lives out there. But a lot of people, will only come to one or the other. They won't come to all
Right.
three. So, but
Well, get your list together, Yee, and put everything down that you want to do, and then just go down your list. That way you don't
yeah,
forget nothing.
that's kind of what I was gonna do. And then just, have the Tuesdays and Thursdays for like tarot and rods, and then make Sunday just kind of like a
Informational.
hodgepodge or a potpourri. Yeah, like just different kinds of crafts and places that sell this or that at like really good prices, or whatever. And just kind of or maybe like a recipe day or something,
Oh yeah, that'd be good too.
because we got a couple men, but most of us are women, so and even men
Yep.
cook. So
Yep.
yeah, I thought we'd do that because like me and Shannon were talking about recipes, but I don't know what happened. Shannon quit talking to me. Michael quit talking to me. Everybody just quit talking to me. They read my messages, but they don't answer me. So
I think it all has to do with this other crap that was going on.
yeah, but I wasn't involved in none of that. I've tried to stay
Yeah.
out of all that. I
Yeah,
really
I
have
don't
tried to
know.
stay out of all
Yeah, but
that. I've
I
told
don't
them
know.
all, you're all welcome here. Jamie, she don't really come because she works all the time, but You know,
Right.
I reached out to a crazy girl and she had actually come last week. So, I mean,
Yeah, I'm coming back up.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't worry about it though, you know.
No, but yeah, I don't get it. But nobody was saying what was going on. I might echoing.
Oh, okay. That was you again. Yeah, you
Yeah,
popped
it's
up in the
bad.
basement again. It's okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, keep doing what I do, and if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. You know, that's all I can do,
Yeah,
and just hope that everybody likes. You
I
know.
doubt it. I can't get it all.
All right. Well, I love you, Gabby. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I'm gonna go get me something to eat. I hadn't eaten today. I'm getting a little
Okay,
bit shaky. A little bit
love
shaky.
you too.
I love you though. And you know you can anytime you want to talk. You don't have to wait on no live. You know that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I send you text.
Yeah, I try not to bother you because I never know what's going on. You know, so I just let you. I don't have no schedule, so you know you can just text me anytime you need to, or email me or whatever. But I love you. Oh, she's gone. Okay. All righty.